Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Hi guys, today I will solve Cambridge IGCSE Paper 4, February March 2023. Before starting the paper, I request you that please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon button. Now let's start the paper. Question 1, Part A. Elan and Beatrice share $750 in the ratio Elan ratio 8 trace is equal to 8 ratio 7. Show that Elan received $400. Now you see here the total ratio is 8 plus 7. We can write it as total ratio that is equal to 15. 8 plus 7 equal to 15. And this 15 part value equal to $750. Now we write it. Therefore, one part value that will be equal to 750 divided by 15, and we have to find Elan share. The Elan received 8 part value. Therefore, 8 part value will be equal to 750 divided by 15 multiplied by 8. Now we can find these values. 15 times 5 is 75 and 0 written as it is. 8 times 50 is 400, and therefore we have to prove that the Elan received $400. Therefore, you see here we get $400 here. Next part, second, A. Elan spent $150. Write $150 as a percentage of $400. Now we have to find the percentage of spending value, you can say expenditure, that will be equal to 150 divided by 400 multiplied by 100. You should remember the percentage formula: given value divided by total value multiplied by 100. You see here we have to find percentage of expenditure. You see here the $150 is the Elan spent, therefore 150 divided by total value, this is 400 and multiplied by 100. Now we get 0 will be cancelled, now 0 will be cancelled, we get 150 divided by 4. And we divide 150 divided by 4, 37.5% is the answer. Next is the part B. He invests remaining $250 at a rate of 2% per year simple interest. Calculate the amount Elan has at the end of 5 years. Now we have to find the amount after 5 years. Therefore, the amount to be paid after 5 years will be equal to the total amount, principal amount, plus the interest value. Now, firstly, we find the interest value of 5 years. That is formula is PRT over 100. P is the principal amount, investment amount. That investment amount is 250. We write here 250 multiplied by rate. You see here the rate is 2. Now, total time is 5 divided by 100. Now we get the interest value, 500 over 100. Therefore, we get $25 as interest. Now we have to find the total amount Elan receives after 5 years. That will be equal to investment amount, this is 250, and interest amount, that is 25. Therefore, $275 is the answer he received after 5 years. Now the next part, Beatrice invests her $350 at a rate of 0.25% per month compound interest. Calculate the amount Beatrice has at the end of 5 years. Give your answer correct to nearest dollar. The compound interest formula, you see here, this is the amount to be investment amount after 5 years. Having a compound interest, that will be equal to P into 1 plus R over 100 power T. T is the time. You see here, this is the time 5 years, but the interest rate is given is 0.25% per month. Now we have to find time in number of months. You see here, total time is 5 years. Therefore, the time in month will be equal to 5 multiplied by 12. That's equal to 60 months. Therefore, we have to find the compound interest value of 60 months. Now, you see here, the principal amount is 350 and 1 is written as it is. R is 0.25 over 100 and the power T time will be 60. Now we get the 350 into 1 plus 0.0025 power 60 and that will be equal to 350 multiply 1.0025 power 60. Now you see here 1.0025 power 60. That's equal to 1.16 multiplied by 350. That will be equal to 406.56. 406.56 ESF value. That will be equal to $407. This is the third SF value. Now next is the part B. Paul, Dina and Eva share 100 orange. Paul share orange ratio Dina orange 3:5 and Paul orange ratio Eva orange 2:3. Find the number of orange Paul received. Now you see here Paul orange we represent C and Dina orange we represent D. Therefore C/D is 3:5. And same here is the Paul ratio Eva, C ratio Eva, we represent Eva by E. Now 2:3. Now we have to find C ratio, D ratio, E. Now you see here the C value 3. When the calls are in 3, the Dina receive 5 orange. And same here is when calls get 2 orange, Eva receives 3 orange. Now, firstly, we make the same value of calls. If we multiply it by 2, this ratio, that value becomes 6:10. And same here, when we multiply it by 3, we get 6:9. Therefore, the calls value becomes same. Therefore, we can write 6. The Dina orange will be 10 and Eva will be 9. Now we have to find the number of orange call received. Now you see here the total ratio values. Total ratio is equal to 25. Therefore, 25 part value will be equal to 100 oranges. Therefore, one part value will be equal to 100 divided by 25. That's equal to 4 orange. Now you see here the total part value of call is 6. Therefore, the call received, that value is 6. Now you can multiply 6 multiplied by 4. That's equal to 24 oranges. And this is the answer. Fred buy a house at the end of first year. The value of the house increases by 5%. At the end of second year, the value of house increases by 3% of its value at the end of the first year. The value of Fred house at the end of second year is $60,564. Calculate how much Fred paid for the house. Now we suppose that the Fred buy a house amount $X. Let Fred buy house at $X. The value of house after at the end of first year, that will be increases by 5%. Now the value of our house was $X. After first year, increases 5%. We take 5% of X. That value will be equal to X plus 5 over 100 X, and that is equal to X plus 0.05X, and that is equal to X into 1 plus 0.05, and that is equal to 1.05X. And next you see here at the end of second year, the value of house increases by 3%. The value of house after second year will be, value of the first year was 1.05X. Now increases 3% of at the end of value of first year. First year value was 1.05X. Now we can write this value as 1.05X plus 3% means 3 over 100 multiply 1.05X, and that's equal to 1.05X plus 0.03 into 1.05X. Now we can write it as 1.05X is taken as a common. 1.05X common, 1 plus 0.03, and that will be equal to 1.05X multiply 1.03. And that's value, you see here, that value is equal to 60,564. Now we can write it as 60,564 will be equal to this value. This is the value after the value of house after second year. That is 1.03 multiply 1.05 1.05X. When we multiply 1.03 into 1.05, now we get the 1.0815X, and that will be equal to 60,564. Therefore, X will be equal to 60,564 divided by 1.0815. 60,564 divided by 1.0815. That's equal to $56,000. This is the $56,000 is the value of X. Therefore, the house value was $56,000. This is the answer. Part D, Gabriel invests $500 at a rate of R% per year compound interest. At the end of 8 years, the value of Gabriel investment is 609.2. Now, find the value of R. We use the formula of compound interest. This is the amount to be paid in the compound interest. That's A will be equal to P into 1 plus R over 100 power T. Now you see here, investment amount is 500, P is 500, and 1 is written as it is, R is written as it is, 100, and time is 8 years. Now the investment amount after 8 here become 609. This will be equal to 609.2. Now we can write it as 609.2 divided by 500 equal to 1 plus r over 100 power 8. Now we divide this value, we get 1.2184. That's equal to 1 plus r over 100 power 8. Now we take the eighth root of on both sides, we get 1.2184 power 1 over 8. That will be equal to 1 plus r over 100 power 8 into 1 over 8. That 8 will be cancelled. Therefore, we get 1 plus r over 100. That will be equal to 1.2184. 1.2184 power 1 divided by 8. That's equal to 1.0249. Now we can write 1.025. Now r over 100 will be equal to 1.025 minus 1. That value will be equal to 0.025 r over 100. Now the r will be equal to 0.025 multiplied by 100. That value equal to 2.5%. This is the rate we have to find. Now 2.5% is the answer. Question number 2, part A, 100 students take part in a reaction test. The table shows the results, the reaction time, and the number of students are given here. Write down the mod. You know the mod is the most occurring value in the data. You see here, the 7 second is the reaction time is the most occurring value because the 32 student having the reaction time 7 seconds. Therefore, 7 occurs 32 times. Therefore, 7 is the answer of the this part. Now, second part, find the median. Median is the middle value of the data. You see here, total number of data is 100 because the 100 students reaction time is given here. Now we see that firstly we form the cumulative frequency. This is the frequency of the data. Now cumulative frequency will be 3, and 3 plus 32 is 35. 35 plus 19 is 54, and 54 plus 29 is 83, and that's 83 plus 11 is 94, and that's equal to 100. Now middle value of the data will be the median. You see here, the middle value is we can find by using the formula n plus 1 over 2th value. You see here 100 plus 1 over 2, that's equal to 50.5 fifth value. It means 50 plus 51 average value will be the answer. Here is the fifth data to 54th data. All data will be 8. Therefore, we can write it as median is the 8 plus 8 over 2. That's equal to 16 over 2 is 8 is the median of the 100 students reaction test. And next is calculate the mean of the reaction time. Now you see here, this reaction time we represent by x, and that is the number of students, that is the frequency of the data. Now the mean of the data, that's equal to sum of values divided by total number of values. Now you can see here the sum of values can be found by sum of f multiply x. Now we write it as summation fx. And the number of value we write summation f. Now firstly we find the fx. You see here 6 times 3 is 18. 7 times 32 you get 224. 8 multiplied by 19 is 152. 9 times 29, that will be equal to 261. And 10 times 11 is 110. And 11 times 6 is 66. Now the sum of values, summation fx, will be equal to 18 plus 224 plus 152 plus 261 plus 110 plus 66. That's divided by total frequency, you know, 3. When you add these values, you get 100 divided by 100. Now the sum of these values, 831 divided by 100. The answer will be equal to 8.31 second is the reaction time, mean reaction time. This is the answer. Two students and chosen at random find the probability that both their reaction time are greater than equal to 9 seconds. Firstly, we have to find the number of students that reaction time equal to 9 and greater than 9. You see here, this is the time 9 seconds and greater than 9 is 10 and 11. When we add these values, the number of total students will be equal to 29 plus 11 plus 6 will be 46 students having time greater than equal to 9 seconds. Probability of first student select, that will be 46 students out of 100. Next is the when you select the second student, this probability will be equal to the number of students. We already one student is selected, therefore total student remain 99 and the students having reaction time is 9 or greater than 9 seconds become 45. Therefore the probability will be 45 or 9. Now the probability of both students S1 and S2, that will be equal to 46 over 100 multiplied by 45 over 99. Now we calculate it. Therefore, we get 23 over 110 will be the probability of both students select having reaction time greater than equal to 9. This is the answer. Now the part B, you see here the box and whisker plot shows the height 10 centimeter of some students, 100 to 160 student data given. Find the range. The range value is the maximum value minus minimum value. You see here the maximum value, you can see that is the 105 is the minimum value and this is the 158. 158 is the maximum. Now we can write 158 minus 105. Therefore, 53 will be the answer. Next is the interquartile rate. Interquartile rate is the Q3 minus Q1 of the data. Q3 is the 75% of data, Q1 is 25% data. In the whisker diagram, this value is Q1 and this is the Q3 value. Now Q1 value will be equal to 122, Q3 will be equal to 142. Therefore, the answer will be 142 minus 122. That's equal to 20 centimeter height is the interquartile range. Part C, the mass of each 200 potatoes is measured. The table shows the result, mass in grams and frequency here is given. Now calculate the estimate the mean. Now again you see the formula of mean, sum of values divided by total number of values. And sum of values, we use the formula f multiplied by x and summation of this product value. Now the total frequency we write here. You see here the total frequency is 200 and we multiply f into x. Firstly, you see here this is the frequency and this is the value of x. Now we have to find the middle value of this data. Yeah, you can say the class mark. Now the class mark is the middle value. Therefore, 50 plus 110, we get the divided by 2, we get 80. It is the middle value. And same here, 110 plus 200 divided by 2, that will be equal to 310 divided by 2, and that is equal to 155. And same here, 200 plus 300 divided by 2, that's equal to 250. Now we multiply 80 multiplied by 60. Now we get the answer is 4800. And 155 multiplied by 99, that's equal to 15,345. And same here is 250 multiplied by 41. Now that value will be equal to 10,250. These are the product of f and f into x. Now we take the sum of these values. Now the sum of these values will be equal to 30,395 is the summation of these values. You can calculate by 30,395. Now that's equal to 151.97. And we take the 3SF value, that value become 152. This is the estimated mean of 200 potatoes mass. Part second, complete the histogram to show the information in the table. This is the table given here, and this is the histogram. You can see here the first bar of the interval 50 to 110 is already completed. Now we have to draw other two bars. The histogram is the graph between frequency density and the class interval. Now, firstly, we have to find frequency density. Frequency density is equal to frequency divided by class width. And the class width, you see here, it is the difference between the upper and lower limits in the interval. Now you can see here 110 minus 650 is 60. And same here is the difference between 200 is 110 is 90. And this, the difference 300 minus 200 is 100. Now we can get 60 over 60, that's equal to 1. And same here is 99 over 90, and that's 41 over 100. Now we can simplify this. 99 times 11 is 99, 9 times 10 is 90, 11 over 10 is 1.1, and 41 over 100 is 0.41. Now we will complete the histogram. You can see here the class interval is 110 to 200, and we mark this point 110 to 200, and next is 200 to 300. The frequency density against 110 to 200 is 1.1. You can see here this 10 small square equal to 0.5, and then one small square value will be equal to 0.05. And therefore, that's equal to 1.05, and this point is 1.1. And we draw the bar here, and you can see here 110 to 200. This is the bar of second interval. Next is the 200 to 300 is 0.41. You can see here, this is the 0.4. Now you can write 0.4, and we will make the line just above the 0.4. We draw the line 0.41 to 300. And this is the histogram of this table. Now, question 3, the diagram shows a cylinder containing water. There is a solid metal sphere touching the base of the cylinder. Half of sphere is in the water. The radius of cylinder is 12 centimeter and radius of sphere is 3 centimeter. Part A, the sphere is removed from the cylinder and the level of water decreases by h centimeter. Show that h equal to 0.125. Now, firstly, we will find the volume of cylindrical region at that level containing water. Now, we find the volume of the cylindrical region at that level containing water. You see here, this is the region. We have to find the volume will be equal to pi r square h. Now you can see here the radius of the cylinder is 12 centimeter, therefore 12 into 12 square, and the height is 3. That value will be equal to 432 pi. Next, we will find the volume of cylindrical region at that level when the sphere is removed. Now, next we will find the volume of cylindrical region at that level containing water when the sphere is removed. Now, after sphere is removed, the volume of this water level value will be equal to pi r square into d1. Now you see here the r is 12. Now we write it 12 square into d1. That's value equal to 144 pi into d1. Now you see here this drop level volume when we take the difference of the volume of cylindrical region containing water with sphere and without sphere, the difference of this volume will be equal to volume of sphere. Difference of V1 minus V2 will be equal to the hemisphere volume. Now the first volume, you see here, that's equal to 432 pi minus 144 pi. D1 will be equal to hemisphere volume is equal to 1/2 into 4/3 pi r cube. Now you can write it as 2/3 pi into radius of the sphere is 3 cube. Now 3 into 3 into 3. Now we get the value that will be equal to 3 to the 9, 9 to the 18 pi. Take the common pi. That's equal to 432 pi minus. Now that value will be equal to 5 is taken as a common. 432 minus 144 d1. Now pi will be cancelled. Therefore, 432 minus 144 d1 equal to 18. Now we can write it as 432 minus 18 equal to 144 d1. Now 432 minus 18 will be equal to 414 divided by 144 equal to d1. Now 414 divided by 144, that's equal to d1 will be equal to 2.875. Now we have to find the height. This is the height, the water level decreases level. You see here the decreasing water level will be equal to D minus T1. This is the height we have to find, and H will be equal to D minus T1. Therefore, that's height will be equal to 3D minus T1. This is length is D, and this is 2.875. Now we subtract from 3, we get 0.125, and we have to put the H equal to 0.125. This is the answer. Part B, the water in the cylinder is poured into the another cylinder of radius r centimeter. The depth of water in this cylinder is 18 centimeter. Calculate the value of r. Firstly, we will find the volume of water. You know, the volume of water is equal to 1/44 pi into D1. You can see here, this is 144 pi D1. This is the volume of water without sphere in the cylinder. This value we will use. Now you see here the value of D1 here is 2.875. Now we can write 144 multiply 144 pi multiply 2.875. You see here 2.875 multiply 144. That will be equal to 414. Now, therefore, 414 pi is the volume of water. Now, this volume of water is poured into another cylinder, which the depth of the water, where the depth of the water is 18 centimeter. Therefore, suppose that this is the cylinder in which the water is poured, and suppose that this depth of water is 18 centimeter. Now we have to find the radius of the cylinder. Therefore, this volume of water equal to the volume of this cylindrical region. This region, the volume of this cylindrical region will be equal to pi r square h. H is the depth of the water. This is 18. Now we simplify this. Pi will be cancelled. Therefore, we get r square equal to 414 divided by 18. Now we get divided by 18. The answer will be equal to 23. Now the square root of 23, that's equal to 4.79. 4.795, that's equal to 4.80. This is the radius of the cylinder. Next part, C, the sphere is melted down. Some of metal is used to make 30 cubes with the edge length 1.5 centimeter. Calculate the percent of metal not used. Now, firstly, we will find the volume of 30 cubes having the length 1.5 centimeter. Now, the volume of a cube equal to length multiplied by length multiplied by length. That will be equal to 1.5 multiplied by 1.5 multiplied by 1.5. Now the volume of 30 cubes will be equal to 30 multiplied by this value. Now we calculate it. See here 1.5 cube multiply 30. That's value equal to 101.25. Now you see here the volume of, now you can see here the volume of hemisphere is given here. That is equal to 18 pi. You can see this is the volume of hemisphere, and that is equal to 18 pi. Therefore, The volume of sphere will be 2 multiplied by 18 pi, and that is equal to 36 pi, and that is equal to 113.09. This is the volume of sphere cubic centimeter, and this cubic centimeter. And from this volume, the 30 cubes we make, and that volume is 101.25. Therefore, the volume remaining will be equal to 113.09 minus 101.25. Now we see that that's equal to 11.847, and we can write 11.85. Now the percentage of remaining metal, that will be equal to remaining volume 11.85, and that is out of total volume of sphere was 113.09 multiplied by 100. Now we get 11.85 divided by 113.09. That's equal to 0.104 multiply 100. The answer is 10.47 percentage. We can write 10.5% is the answer. Question number 4, part A. A triangle T by scale factor 3 having center 0, 2. Now, firstly, you mark the center. This is 0, 2 is the enlargement center. We name it as E. And we suppose the points of the triangles are T1, T2, and T3. The distance from E to T1 will be ET1. And same here is the distance from E to T2 is ET2, and same here is ET3. Now we suppose that T1 dash, T2 dash are the image points of T1, T2, and T3 when the scale factor is 3. Now this distance from center of enlargement to image points will be ET1 dash. Now ET1 dash will be equal to 3 times of ET1 because the scale factor is 3. Same here, ET2 dash will be 3 times of ET2, and same here is ET3 dash will be equal to this. ET3 dash will be equal to ET3. Now we can find these points using the scale, and this is the scale, and we take the E mark point T1 dash, T2 dash, and T3 dash. Now you see here the distance from E to T1 is 3 unit, and we move the 3 unit more. That is the 9. The distance from E to T1 is 3. Therefore, total distance of 3 into 3 is 9. This is the point. We mark this point. Now this point is T1 dash. T1 dash. Next point is T2 dash. Now we have to mark T2 dash. You see here the distance from E to T2 is 6.5. Now the 3 times of 6.5, that's equal to 19.5. Now we mark the point. This is the point, 19.5. And this is 19.5, and that's from E to T2 dash. This is T2 dash. Now next is the point is T3 dash. Now you can see here from E to T3 is 1, 2, 3 unit. Now 3 multiplied by 3, that's 9 unit. The 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, this is the point. And that is the T3 dash point. Now we join all these image points, we get the enlarged figure. Now you can see here, this is the line by joining T1 to T3 dash and T3 dash to T2 dash, and same here is T1 dash to T2 dash. Now we get the triangle after enlargement. This triangle T, we name it as, and this is the triangle R. Part A, rotate triangle T about 42 by 90° clockwise, label the image P. Now you see here, these are the object points of triangle T, T1, T2, T3. Now we will rotate these points 90° clockwise about the rotation point. This is the rotation point 42. Now we mark it 42, and this point of rotation is 42, and we name it as R. Next, we will rotate the points T1 about the point of rotation 42 clockwise to get the image points of T1 by 90° clockwise rotation. Firstly, we join these T1 to R. Now you can see here, this is T1R. Now we will take 90°. The 90° of T1R, you can see here, and this is the 90° point. This point is 90° clockwise. After getting this point, we draw a line passing through this point. Now you can see here, now this is the 90°, and we will mark the points T2 dash. The distance of T2 dash from R will be same. Now T1 R distance, you see here, from T1 to R, you can see here it passes 1, 2, and 3 squares. Therefore, you can 1, 2, and 3 squares. This will be the point, and we mark it, this point, by red color. This point is T2, T1 dash. Now you can take the length by using scale. This length will be same as the T1R. Now next is the T3, T2R. Now you see here, we join this point T2R, T2 to R. Now you can see, after joining, now we'll take the 90° by using the protector. And this, when I use this protector, you can see here, the 90° is the point, and this is the point 90°. After marking these points, now we join R to this, R to that point. Now you see here, we will take the distance of T2 dash as same as T2R. You see here, T2R is 1 unit diagonally. We take the 1 unit diagonally. This point will be T2 dash. And see this, you see here, this angle is also 90°. Next is the T3R. Now we will take the rotation of this point T3 90° clockwise. Now you see here, it's very simple, because you can see when you join this point T3 to R, now the 90° will be this line. This line will be the 90°. Now you will take the T3 dash point. The distance of T3 dash from R will be same. Therefore, you see here, this is the 1 unit horizontally. Now we mark this point T2, T3 dash. Now we join all these points, T1 to T2 and T1 dash to T3 dash, and this is the image triangle P. And after getting the triangle T 90-degree clockwise about rotation 4-2, and we get this triangle P. Now next is the question number 4, part 2 and part B. Reflect triangle T in the line x plus y equal to 6. Label the image Q. Now firstly we draw a line x plus y equal to 6. Now we take the points x and y. You see here if x is 0, the y will be 6. Now next is the when x will be 0, y is 0, and we put the y 0, the x will be equal to 6. Now therefore you can write, you can get the two coordinates points 0, 6 and 6, 0. This is the, now we can draw the line x plus y equal to 6 by using these 2 points. Now 0, 6 and 6, 0, this is the point. Now we mark this point 6, 0, and next is 0, 6. Now we join these points. Now after draw the reflection line, now we will take the reflected triangle T. We can get the reflected triangle T. Firstly, we take the reflection of the points of the triangles T1, T2, and T3. Now we get the reflection of this T1 in the line x plus y equal to 6. We draw a perpendicular line, and this is the perpendicular line, and this line we extend this, and you see here after extending this line, and next is the T3. We draw another perpendicular line and extend this. Next is the T3, perpendicular from T3 to on this line you see here. And after mention the perpendiculars, now we can take the equidistance of this line from T1. This is the distance is 1 and 2 unit, and we mark the equidistance on opposite sides 2 unit. Now you can see here 1 and 2. This is the T1 double dash. We mark this point T1 double dash. This point is T1 double dash. Next is the T2 double dash. This we take the equidistance in opposite side. You see here the distance of T2 from this line in opposite side. This point will be T2 double dash. And same here is T3. We take the points T3 equidistance from this line in opposite side. Now you see here this line is x plus y equal to 6. Now the equidistance this point will be, and we name it as T1, T3 double dash. Now after getting these points, we join all these points. And we get our triangles. This is the triangle, and we name it as point triangle Q. Now part C, describe fully single transformation that maps triangle P onto triangle Q. Now this is the triangle P you see here, and this is the triangle Q. Now this transformation of triangle P onto Q, you see here this, if we draw a line in between P and Q, this is the line, and this line is passing through the x-axis at point x equal to 4. This line is called x equal to 4. Now you can see here, this is the reflection of triangle P onto triangle Q in the line x equal to 4. Now we can write this as this is the reflection of, we can say that is the reflection of triangle P onto Q, triangle Q in the line x plus y for x equal to in the line. This is the answer. Part B, the diagram shows the triangle OHK where O is the origin. The position vector of H is A and the position vector of K is B. Z is the point on HK such that HC ratio ZK will be equal to 2:5. Find the position vector of Z in terms of A and B. Give your answer in simplest form. Now you see here we have to find the position vector of Z. And that means we have to find OZ. Now the OZ vector, you see here, this is the OZ vector, and that will be equal to OH plus HZ. We can write it as OH plus HZ. Now you see here OH is written as A, but HZ we can find this value in terms of A and B. Firstly, you see here HZ ratio ZK, that's equal to 2/5. Now you can write HZ ratio HK. We can take the ratio HC/HK, that will be equal to 2/5 plus 2, that's equal to 2/7. Now the HC will be equal to 2/7 HK. Now you can see here the HK will be equal to, now HK, we can write it as OK minus OH. Now OK you see here as A and OK is B. Sorry, the OK is B and OH is A. We can write it as B minus A. Therefore, the HZ will be equal to 2/7 times B minus A. And this is the value we'll substitute here. HZ 2/7 into B minus A. Now we can write it as A plus 2B minus 2A over 7, and that can be written as 7 of A plus 2B minus 2A over 7, and that's equal to 5A plus 2B over 7. And this is the position vector of C. This is the answer. Question 5, part A, expand and simplify. Expression here is 2p square minus 3 into 2p square minus 2. Firstly, we multiply 2p square into 3p square and 2p square into 2. We can write 2 times 3 is 6 and p square into p square, that's equal to p4. Same as 2p square minus 2, that will be equal to 4p square. And same here is minus 3 multiplied by 3p square, we get minus 9p square. And minus 3 multiplied by minus 3, that's equal to plus 6. And 6p4 minus 6p4 is written as it is minus 4p minus 9p square, that's equal to minus 3p square, and plus 6 is written as it is. This is the answer. And next is the part B, S equal to 1/2 U plus V into T. Find the value of S when U is equal to 20, S V equal to 30, and then T equal to 7. Now we substitute the value here. The S will be equal to 1/2. U, you see here is 20, V is 30, and T is multiplied by 7. Now we can write it as 1/2 into 20 plus 30 is 50, multiplied by 7, and that's equal to 350/2. And when we divide by 350, we get 175. Now this is the answer. Next is the rearrange the formula to write V in terms of S, U, and T. Now we have to make the subject V. Now we write the formula here as equal to 1 over 2 U plus V into T. Now we can write this 2 as equal to U plus V into T, and then 2s will be equal to ut plus vt, and that can be written as 2s minus ut equal to vt, then v will be equal to 2s minus ut over t, and this is the answer. Factorize completely 2qt minus 3t minus 6 plus 4q. Now firstly we will take the common. Now you see here t is taken as a common. Now that's value becomes 2q minus 3, and minus 2 is taken as a common, we 3 minus 2q. Now you can see here that is 2q minus 3, and that is 3 minus 2q. We can write this as, by arranging this value, that is 2 minus 2q plus 3, and that is 2 into 2q minus 3. But you see here, 2q minus 3, we can make this value 2q minus 3. We've taken minus as a common, we get t into 2q minus 3. Minus is taken as a common, that becomes plus 2, and that value becomes 2q minus 3. Here is minus 1 is taken. Now that value becomes 2q minus 3 into t plus 2. This is the answer. Next is the x cube minus 25x. Now you see here, x is we can take another common. Now we can write it as x is taken as a common, that become x square minus 25, and that can be written as x square minus 5 square. Now we use the identity a square minus b square, that's equal to a plus b into a minus. Now you see here that x square minus 5 square can be written as x plus 5 into x minus 5. And this is the answer. Question 6. A is the point 0,4 and B is the point 80. The line L1 is parallel to the x-axis and the line L2 passes through A and B. Write down the equation of the line L1. You see here, this is the line L1, which is parallel to x-axis, and that is passing through the point 4. Therefore, this line, equation of this line will be equal to y equal to 4. You should remember, when the line parallel to x-axis, that line, the equation of this line, you know the general equation y equal to d. D is the point where this line intersects the y-axis. This intersects the point at 4. Therefore, this equation of line y equal to 4. Next is the point, find the equation of the line L2. Now this equation, you see here y equal to mx plus c. Now you see here c is the point, this is the point c, this is the y-intercept, and we name it as 4, 0, 4. And therefore this equation we can write it as y equal to mx plus 4. Next is the gradient of this line. The gradient of this line, here are 2 points, one is 0, 4, other is 8, 0. Now we name it as x1, y1, and this point is x2, y2. Now the gradient of the line here is m equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. You can see here, this is the, well, y2, 0 and y1 is 4, 0 minus 4 and x2 is 8, 8 minus 0. Therefore, we can write it as minus 4 over 8 and that is minus 1 over 2 is the gradient of this line. We can put the value y equal to 1 over minus 1 over 2 x plus 4 and this is the equation of line L2. Part C, C is the point 2, 3 and the line L3 passes through point C and is perpendicular to L2. And show that the equation of L3 is y equal to 2x minus 1. Now, first you see here, the equation of line L3 is perpendicular to L2. Now, the equation of line, let equation of line L3 that's equal to y equal to m dash x plus c. Now, firstly, we find the gradient m dash. That will be equal to negative reciprocal of the gradient of line L2 because the line L3 is perpendicular to line L2. Therefore, the m dash will be negative 1 over mL2 because this is the property of m1 into m2 equal to minus 1 when two lines L1 and L2 are perpendicular. Therefore, line L2 is minus 1 over 2. We write it as minus 1 over minus 1 over 2. Therefore, we can write it as m dash will be equal to 2. Now, the equation of this line become y equal to, this is the equation, y equal to 2x plus c. Now this line passes through the points 2, 3. Therefore, we substitute the value y equal to 3, x equal to 2. That's therefore the c will be equal to 3 minus 4 and that's equal to c equal to minus 1. And now we put the value c equal to minus 1 in this equation 2 and this is the value y equal to 2x minus 1 and we have to prove this 2x minus 1. L3 part second, L3 crosses the x-axis at D. Find the length of CD. You know the point C. You see here the point C is 2, 3 and the line L3 equation is y equal to 2x minus 1. Now we write it here as C point is 2, 3 and the line L3 is equal to 2x minus 1. Now firstly we find the point D. You know the point, the line L3 crosses the x-axis. When it crosses the x-axis, the coordinate of y will be 0. The L3 crosses x-axis. Therefore, y will be 0. Now you see here the line 2x minus y equal to 2x minus 1. Now 0 equal to 2x minus 1 and that's equal to 2x equal to 1 and x equal to 1 over 2. Therefore, the coordinates of D will be equal to 1 over 2 into 0 and C is 2, 3. We find the length of CD using the distance formula. A CD length will be equal to x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square and taking the square root. You see here x2 is firstly we say x1, x2, y1 and that is x2 and y2. Now x2 minus x1, y1 over 2 minus 2 whole square plus 0 minus 3 whole square. Now we can write it as minus 3 over 2 whole square plus minus 3 whole square is 9. We can write it as 9 over 4 plus 9. And that's equal to 9 plus 36. And that is equal to 45 over 4. And take the square root of all these values. And that's equal to 45 over 4 square root. That's equal to 3.354 is the CD length. And this is the answer. 3.35 is the answer. 3SF value is 3.35. Question 7. Set E, we can name it as universal set, is the student in class P equal to student who study physics, C student who study chemistry, N of universal set equal to 24, N of P equal to 17, and N of C equal to 14, N of P intersection C equal to 9. Now complete the Venn diagram. Now you see here, there are 4 regions. One is the P, that in this region, those students who study only physics. Now you see here, the total student who study physics, we can write this only physics, that is 17 minus 9, and that value will be equal to 8. And same here is the chemistry. Now number of students who study chemistry is 14. Therefore, the student who study chemistry only, that will be equal to 14 minus 9. That's equal to 5. And next is the, you see here, the total student become 8 plus 9 plus 5. That value become 17 plus 5. That's equal to 22. You see here, the total students here are 24. Therefore, the remaining students will be here, and these students neither study physics nor chemistry. Part B, find N of P intersection C dash. Now you see here, firstly we mark the P region. Now I mark the P region with red tick. This is the P region, and this also the P region. Next is the C dash. C dash region we mark with green. Now you see here, this whole region is C. The C dash will be outside of this oval shape. Now outside of this shape or region will be this. We mark it as green, and this is the green. Now N of P intersection C dash, where the both marks exist, we will take this region value will be the N of P intersection C. You see here, this is the value 8. That's equal to N of P intersection C, and this is the answer 8. Next is P union C dash. Now we raise this after getting the value. Next is the N P union C dash. Now you see here, firstly we mark the P region. This is P region, and C dash region. You see here, there already this is a C dash region. Now P union C dash will be the region where any of the tick occur. You see here, this in this region, total students are 9. And next is the region is 8, and the remaining region outside the C is 2. Now that's equal to 19. Therefore, the 19 will be the answer. Part C, two students are picked from the class at random. Find the probability that one student study both physics, both subject, and one student study only chemistry. Now, the students who study both subject, now we name it as SP C. Physics and chemistry. The student who study only chemistry, we name it as SC. And you see here the number of students who study physics and chemistry are 9. The number of students who study only chemistry is 5. Now the probability, selected 2 students picked from the class. Now first possibility that the first student is picked physics and chemistry, study both physics and chemistry and only chemistry, or probability of student who study chemistry and study both subject physics and chemistry. Now the probability of both physics and chemistry, you see here when we pick this, the total number of students who study both subjects are 9. Out of, you see here, total students are 24. Now when we select one student, the remaining student become 23, and the total student of chemistry are 5. Therefore, we select 5 students out of 23. And or mean plus, we after this probability of student who study chemistry only. You see here total number of students 5 out of 24. And next is the when the one student is selected, the remaining student become 23. Now the student who study physics and chemistry will be 9. Now we can write it as 45 plus 24 multiplied by 23 plus 45 over 24 multiplied by 23. Now we simplify it. Now you see here 3 times 15 is 45. 3 times 8 is 23, and same here is 15 over 8. Now we can write it as 8 times 3 is 184, and therefore the denominator are same. We add the numerator 15 plus 15. That's value equal to 30 over 184. When we divide by 2, we get 15, and that is 92. The 15 over 92, the answer. Next is the 2 students who study physics are picked at random. Find the probability that both study chemistry. Part D. Now the students who study physics, total number of students who study physics, that's are equal to 17. And the students both study physics and chemistry. Now these number of students you see here equal to 9. We have to find the probability that both study chemistry. Therefore, the total student who study chemistry as well as physics are 9. Now 9 out of total students was 17. And next student, the remaining student becomes 16. Then the one where we already select the student chemistry, remaining become 8, and therefore the second, when we select the second student, the probability will be 8 out of 16. Now we can write it as 9 over 34. This is the probability that both study chemistry. Question number 8, part A. Calculate the area of this triangle. Now the area of triangle, you know, the formula is 1 over 2 base length into height. Now you see here the base length is 12. 1 over 2 into 12 into 9. That's value become 6 times 9 is 54 centimeter square is the part B. AB equal to 2x plus 3 and h equal to x plus 5. The area of triangle ABC is 50 centimeter square. Find the value of x. Now you see here the area of triangle is 1 over 2 base into height. Now you see here this is the base length AB and height is h. Now AB is 2x plus 3 Height is written as it is, and area is 50. Now we shift the 2 from right to left side. That becomes 50 multiplied 2 is 100, equal to 2x plus 3. And height is, you see here, is x plus 5. Now we multiply 2x to x, is we get 2x square. And same here is 2x plus 5 is 10x. And next is 3 times x is 3x. And 3 times 5 is 15. And therefore that value becomes 2x square plus 13x plus 15. And 100 shift from right to left side. Left to right side, that become minus 100. And therefore that will be equal to 0. Now we can write it as 2x square plus 13x minus 85 equal to 0. Now you see here, the answer is 2 decimal place. It means this equation can be solved by using the quadratic formula. Now we use the quadratic formula here. 2x square plus 13x minus 85 equal to 0. Here a is 2, b is 13, and c is minus 85. Now we use the formula minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac square root over 2 times of a. Now you see here b value is 13 minus 13 plus minus. Now 13 square, b is 13 square, minus 4 times a is 2, c is minus 85, divided by 2 times of a is 2. Now we can write it as minus 13 plus minus 169 minus plus 4 times 2 is 8. 8 multiply 85. We get 680 divided by 4. Therefore, that is equal to minus 13 plus minus square root of 849 over 4. Now we get the answer minus 13 plus square root of 849 divided by 4 minus 13 plus square root of 849. The value is 29.13 divided by 4. Therefore, x equal to minus 13 plus 29.13 over 4. And next value is x equal to minus 13 minus 29.13 over 4. Now we see that now that's value equal to 4.03. And next value we can get minus 13 minus 29.13 divided by 4, we get 10.5. That's equal to x equal to minus 10.53. And this is the answer, 4.03 minus 10.53. Then we go to the next question. Question 9, f of x equal to x cube minus 3x square minus 4. Part A, find the gradient of the graph y equal to f of x where x equal to 1. Now the gradient of the graph will be equal to, m will be equal to f dash of x. This is the gradient of the graph. Now, therefore, we take the derivative of this function. Now, the derivative of this function, f of x equal to minus 3x square minus 4. Now, take the derivative. That take dy over dx, that's of f of x, and d over dx of x cube minus 3x square minus 4. Now, the derivative of x cube will be 3x square. The power become coefficient, and same here is minus 3 into x square. Derivative is 2x, and the derivative of constant is 0, and we write it as f dash of x. Now that value f dash of x will be equal to 3x square minus 6x, and we have to find the value of gradient at x equal to 1. Therefore, f dash of 1 will be equal to 3 into 1 square minus 6 into 1. That's equal to 3 minus 6, and this is the equal to minus 3. Now the gradient at x equal to 1 is minus 3. This is the answer. Next is find the coordinate of the turning point of the graph. Now at the turning point, the gradient of the graph will be 0. Therefore, we can write it as m equal to f dash of x will be equal to 0 at the turning points. Now you see here, the gradient of this graph is 3x square minus 6x. 3x square minus 6x. We write it as equal to 0. Now we take the common x. 3x, take the common. Now we get x minus 2 equal to 0. And we can write either 3x equal to 0 or x minus 2 equal to 0. Now that's x will be equal to 0 or x equal to 2. Now we have to find the coordinates of this graph. Now that's y equal to f of x and f of x equal to x cubed minus 3x square minus 4. Therefore, f of 0 will be equal to y, and that will be equal to 0 minus 4. Therefore, when x is 0, y is minus 4. And same here is when x equal to 2, we write it f of 2 equal to y. When x equal to 2, we take this value, and 2 cubed minus 3 into 2 square minus 4, that's equal to 8 minus 12 minus 4, and that will be equal to minus 8. Therefore, we write it as 2 minus 8. And other coordinates is 0 minus 4, and next is 2 minus 8. This is the answer. Part C, sketch the graph of y equal to f of x. Now, firstly, we mark the points here on x and y axis. That is 1. Same here is x is 2, and that is 3, and this is 4, and we take the point minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, and same on y-axis we take points. Firstly, we take some values. These are the turning points, and before turning points, we take the value minus 1. When f of minus 1, we see here, minus 1 cube is minus 1, minus 3 into minus 1 square is 1, and minus 4, that's equal to minus 8. We write it as minus 8. And same here is we take f of 1, and that value will be equal to minus 6. And we take another points. Now suppose that is 2. F of 2 will be equal to minus 24. Now we take some values here. This is suppose minus 2, plus 2, 4, and 6, and 8, 10, minus 2, minus 4, minus 6, Now we take the another point. Firstly, mark the point minus 1, 8. Minus 1, minus 8. This is the point minus 1, minus 8. Next is the point 0, minus 4. 0, minus 4. This is the point 0, minus 4. And next is the point 1, minus 6. 1, minus 6. This is the point 1, minus 6. Next is 2, minus 8. 2, minus 8. This is the point 2, minus 8. And we take another point of 3. You see here 3 cube is 27. Minus 3 into 3 square will also be 27. Minus 4. That's 27 will be cancelled. That will be equal to minus 4. Now 3 will be equal to, this is 3, and that point is minus 3 equal to 4. And that is the point minus 4. Now next is we take the value, another value f of 4. That value will be equal to 12. Now at 4 will be, that value is 12. Now we mark the points. This is the 12. Now you see here minus 2 is minus 24. We already find the value here. Minus 2 is equal to minus 24. Now that's the points for that. We extend this line. This is the minus 24. Now we take the values that minus 2 is equal to minus 24. And this is the point. And next is now we join all these points. Minus 1 to minus 8. And this is the minus 8. Now we join all these points. You see here. Now this is the turning point. And this is the graph of the function y equal to f of x. Question number 10, the diagram shows a quadrilateral ABCD. AC is 12.3 centimeter, AD is 16.5 centimeter, BAC is equal to 31 degree, ABC 90 degree, and ACD is 90. Show that AB equal to 10.54. We have to find the length AB. Now you see here, this is the right angle triangle ABC. We can use the trigonometric ratio here. And you see here is AC is as a hypotenuse. And this AB length will be the adjacent side. Now we take the ratio, adjacent our hypotenuse. That will be equal to cos theta. Therefore, cos 31 degree will be equal to AB over 12.3. Now the AB will be equal to 12.3 multiplied by cos 31. Now 12.3 multiplied 31 cos, that value will be equal to 10.54. And the length of AB will be 10.54. Now you see here, next is the calculate the. Now you see here part B, show that DAC is 41.80. Now we take the triangle. This is the triangle DAC. This also triangle is right angle triangle. Now we write it in right angle triangle. And right angle triangle ADC. You see here the length AB will be hypotenuse. Now we draw the triangle here. And this length AC is 12.3. And this length AD is 16.5. Now we have to find this angle. This triangle, we can find this angle by using the trigonometric ratio, that is the adjacent side, and that is the hypotenuse. of this ACD. Now, therefore, that will be cos AD DAC will be equal to 12.3 over 16.5, and DAC will be equal to cos inverse 12.3 over 16.5. Now we see that now 12.3 divided by 16.5, that's equal to 0.74. We take the cos inverse. That value will be equal to 41.80. Now, this is equal to 41.80 degree, and we have to prove this. Now, this is the answer. Part C, calculate length BD. This length BD can be found by using the triangle ABD. In triangle ABD, you see here two sides and the angle between them is given. Now you can see here the angle between BAC is 41.8 plus 31 degree. And this angle is already given in the question, and we add these two angles, we get 72.8. Now, if two angles, two sides, and the angle between them is given, the opposite side can be found by using the cosine rule. In the cosine rule, the BD square length will be equal to the other two sides square length, sum of the other two sides square length, AD square plus AB square minus 2 times of AB into AD into cos of the angle between them. Now we substitute the value. AD square is equal to 16.5 square and AB square is equal to 10.54 square minus 2 times of 16.5 multiplied by 10.54 multiplied by cos is 72.8 degree. After that value will be equal to 280.4. That BD square will be equal to 280.4. Now we take the square root on both sides, we get 280.4 square root will be equal to 16.74, and the value of BD will be equal to 16.74 centimeter. Part D, calculate angle CD. This angle, this is the angle CBD. You see here in this triangle CBD, the one length 16.74 is given. And if we find the length CD and BC, we can find the angle CBD. Now, firstly, we find the length CD. You see here in this triangle CACD, this is right angle triangle, and this length AD is hypotenuse. We use the Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square equal to base square. This is the base, and this is the perpendicular. Now, therefore, we use this rule. Now, perpendicular DC square will be equal to hypotenuse square minus base square. Now, here is the hypotenuse is 16.5 square minus 12.3 square, and that's DC square, and DC will be equal to 16.5 square minus 12.3 square. Now we calculate it. That value will be equal to DC is 11. We write it here. Next, we have to find the length BC. This length BC we can find using the right angle triangle ABC. Now in right triangle ABC, in this triangle, the hypotenuse, you see here, this is the hypotenuse AC, and this length AB is considered as base. Now this perpendicular BC is considered as perpendicular length. Now, therefore, BC square will be equal to is 12.3 square minus 10.54 square, taking square root of, you see here 12.3 square minus 10.54 square, that's equal to 41.98, and taking square root, that's equal to 6.34. Now we write it as 6.34. You see here, this length is 6.34. Now we take this triangle, this is BC, and this is CD, and the length is 11, this length is 6.34, and this length is 16.74. Now we have to find this angle. Now if three sides and one angle relationship, we use the cosine rule. We again use the cosine rule. Now you see here, this length 11 square will be equal to sum of square other two sides 6.34. This length is BC. You see here, this length BC is 6.34. Now 11 square will be equal to 16.74 square plus 6.34 square minus 2 multiply 16.74 multiply 6.34 multiply cos CBD. Now that, therefore, we can write it as, we write here is 16.74 square plus 6.34 square. Now that value is equal to, when we multiply, we get 212.26 cos CBD. We shift this value 212.26 from right to left side, that become 212.26 cos CBD become positive. Now 16.74 square plus 6.34 square, and we shift 11 from left to right side, that's become 11 square. Now we calculate the right side value, we get 199.4. Now therefore, cos CBD will be equal to 199.4 over 212.26. Now we write it as cos CBD angle will be equal to cos inverse 199.4 over 212.26. That answer will be equal to 20 degree. And this is the 20 degree. Calculate part E, calculate the shortest distance from C to B. You see here, this is the point C. The shortest distance from C to BD, the line perpendicular from C on BD. And this is the perpendicular, this will be the perpendicular distance. Now this perpendicular intersects the BD at point F. Now we write CBF, and this is the FC and B. You see here, B is already 20 degree, and BC length, you see here, this is the BC length is 6.34. Now we have to find CF height. This is the height CF, and we can find H. Now this length H can be found by using the trigonometric ratio. Now the sine theta is equal to opposite our hypotenuse. We use this trigonometric ratio. This is the opposite side, and this is the hypotenuse. Therefore, sine 20 degree will be equal to h over 6.34. Now the h will be equal to 6.34 multiplied by sine 20. Now this value will be equal to 6.34 multiply 20 sine, that will be equal to 2.16. And the answer is 2.16. This is the answer. Question 11, f of x equal to 2x minus 1, g of x equal to 3x plus 2, h of x equal to 1 over x, j of x equal to x squared. Part A, find j of minus 1. Now you see here, this is the j of x. Therefore, j of minus 1 will be equal to minus 1 whole square. That's equal to 1. This is the answer. Next is f of x plus g of x equal to 0. Now we write it as f of x value is 2x minus 1 and g of x value you see here is 3x plus 2. That's equal to 0. Therefore, that's value 5x plus 1 equal to 0. Then x will be equal to minus 1 over 5. And this is the answer. Next step. Next is the part C. Find g of x. Give your answer in the simplest form. Now we can write it as g of x, g of x. Now you see here the g of x equal to 3x plus 2. Now firstly, g of x equal to 3x plus 2. Now we write it as g into 3x plus 2. Now we put the value 3x plus 2 in this equation. Now you see here 3 is written as it is, and in replace of x we write it as 3x plus 2 and plus 2 is written as it is. Now next is we can write it as 3 times 3 is 9x plus 4 plus 6 plus 2, and that's equal to 9x plus 8 is the answer. Next is h f of x plus g h f x. Give your answer in single fraction. Firstly, we write the function, these function. Now you see here, these are the, now find h f of x. Now you see here, h is f of x function is 2x minus 1 plus g h of x, h of function is 1 over x, we write it as, and next is h of 2x minus 1. Now you see here h of, you see here h of x equal to 1 over x. Now therefore 1 over x is here is 2x minus 1, and same here g of 1 over x. Now you see here we replace x by 1 over x, therefore we can write it as 3 into 1 over x plus 2. Now we simplify this, 1 over 2x minus 1 plus 3 over x plus 2 over 1. Now we take the LCM, that's equal to x into 2x minus 1. Now you see here when 2x minus this x, when we divide 2x x into 2x minus 1 by 2x minus 1, we get x, we multiply by 1, we get 1 multiply x. And same here is when we divide this expression by x, we get 2x minus 1, we multiply 3 into 2x minus 1, and plus when we divide this expression by 1, we get x into 2x minus 1, we multiply 2 by this x into 2x minus 1. Now we can write it as x plus 6x minus 3 plus 4x squared minus 2x over x into 2x minus 1. Now we can write it as 4x square plus 6 plus 1x, 7x minus 2x minus 5x and minus 3 over x into 2x minus 1. Now you see here, next part E, when P of x equal to x, P of x is a function that such that P inverse equal to P of x. Now you see here, when you multiply to P into P of x, we get Px. Now we check all these functions in which P of x equal to x. Now you see here, if f into f of x, you know that's value we already find here, f into now we find f into f of x, we get f into 2x minus 1, and that's equal to 2 into 2x minus 1 into minus 1, we get 4x minus 2 minus 1, that's equal to 4x minus 3. Now g of x, we already find here g of x, that's equal to 9x plus 8. Therefore, this is not possible. And next is the h of x. Now we see that h of x, we see that h of x, we can write it as h into 1 over x, then h into 1 over x, that become h into equal to 1 over x, and that will be equal to x. Therefore, h of x equal to x, and this is the function at which the P of x equal to x, and this is the answer. Question number 12, part A, sketch the graph y equal to 10x. X is greater than 0 to less than 360. Now we take the value here, 0, 90, 180, 270, 360. And also take the middle of these values, 90 to 0, 45, 180 to 90, 135, same here is 225 and 350. Now we calculate the 10, 0, 10, 45, 10, 90. So you see here 10, 0, 10, 180, 10, 360, the answer of will be 0. And the values on 9, 10, 90 and 10, 270 undefined. The value on the y-axis, the 10 will be undefined. Now we draw the graph here. Firstly, mark the points. This is the 1 unit and this point is minus 1 unit. You see here 0 is 0 and 45, we mark the point. This is 45 degree. And this point, is the 135 degree, and this is 225 degree, and next is 315 degree. Now, firstly, we mark 0 to 0, 45 is 1, and onward value that will be undefined. Therefore, we draw the graph in this way. And same here is 90 to 180. 90 is undefined and 135 is minus 1. This point 135 and this is the minus 1. Now we mark the point here. And undefined to minus 1 and 180 to 0. Therefore, we draw the graph in this way. Next is 0 to 1 and this point is 1 and then undefined we can next is 270 to 360. 270 is undefined and 315 is minus 1. This is the minus 1. 360 is 0 and from 270 to 360 undefined to minus 1 to 0. And this is the tangent line graph. Now this is the graph. Next is find x when 10x equal to 1 over under root 3. Now we can write it as x equal to tan inverse 1 over square root of 3. Now we take the value of tan by acute angle value. Now the alpha is the acute angle value. Now that's equal to acute angle alpha will be equal to tan inverse 1 over under root 3. That is equal to 30 degrees. Now you see here tan is positive. Now the tan positive will be in the first quadrant and the fourth quadrant. In the first quadrant, theta will be equal to alpha. You can write x equal to alpha. And in the third quadrant, x degree will be equal to, in the first quadrant, x degree, x equal to alpha, that's equal to 30 degree. In the third quadrant, x degree will be equal to 180 plus alpha. Now we can write it as 180 plus 30, and that's equal to 210 degree. And this is the answer.